following along with the music, then you can get it started now. And I'm going to start my music now. Helps me keep track of my time. And we'll just place the hands on the knees again. Drop our chin towards our chest and begin to trace the collarbones with the chin. So it's not a super, we're not bringing the whole chin around. We're just going side to side. And you may feel a bit of release in the traps on the side of the neck, keeping the jaw soft. We'll pause with our chin over towards the right shoulder, releasing the shoulders down. You can drop the head maybe a little further forward. Left fingertips can reach out. Breathe into the space that you're feeling the sensation. We'll bring the left hand back to the knee, drop the chin towards the chest, and draw the chin over to the opposite side. Again, maybe the head falls further forward, or you just shift it in a way that feels good, and then the right fingertips can reach out. We'll place the hand on the knee, drop the chin towards the chest. And we'll shift our gaze up, and we'll come to tabletop position. So we'll do a bit of core work here. We'll extend our right leg long. Draw your navel in towards your spine. Extend your left leg out, your left arm out, right leg out, left arm out. Back of the neck long, hold here. You're probably feeling your left glute fire up, right toes are pointing down. Exhale, we'll draw it in. Rounding the spine, and then inhale, reach long. And keep going with your breath. With our next inhale, we'll reach out long, plant the left hand down to the mat, and begin to bend the right knee, sole of the foot up towards the sky. Begin to draw the right knee out towards the side, and then draw it down towards the mat. So you're gonna lift the foot up, the knee out, and then the knee down. We're just drawing circles with the hip joint. We'll hold with the sole of the foot pointed up towards the sky. Navel to spine again, pressing hands to the mat, and begin to pulse the right heel up towards the sky. Keeping back of the neck long and jaw soft. We'll place the right knee down on the mat and begin to roll out the hips. So we'll drop the hips down towards the heels, drawing circles here, and then drop the hips down towards the mat. Finding some fluidity and motion in our spine. You take it to the opposite side. And we'll return to our tabletop position. Extend the left leg long behind you. Right arm reaches out, and we just find stability here. Navel to spine, back of the neck long, soft, easy breath. And then moving with this breath, exhaling, drawing in. Inhaling, reaching long. Moving with your own breath at your own pace. Next inhale, we reach long. Plant right hand to the mat, draw navel to spine again, bend the left knee, sole of the foot up towards the sky. Again, begin to shift the left knee out towards the left, and then the left knee down to the mat. So lifting up behind you, out to the side, and down. Little circles in the hip socket. The next time the sole of the foot is pointed up towards the sky, we'll pause here, check out our posture, pressing into hands in the mat, navel to spine, and begin to pulse the left heel up towards the sky, saying good morning to your left glute. And then we'll plant that left knee down. And again, now you can take some cat and cow. You can roll out the hips again. Please make any movements that feel intuitive to you through the spine and the torso and the hips. There are no wrong answers here. Whatever your body is asking for, please honor that. We'll tuck those toes under, press hands into the mat, and begin to lift the sit bones up and back. Spine stays long. Downward facing dog. Crown of the head reaching towards the mat. Tailbone reaching up towards the wall behind you. You can bend the left knee and bend into the right knee. We'll lift the right leg high to the sky. Exhale the knee to the nose and right foot in between the hands. Drop the left knee down to the mat and inhale to low lunge. As we begin to open up through the left hip flexor. So the other side of our glute here, getting a nice little stretch. The arms can reach long up towards the sky. We'll drop the hands down to the mat. Shift your left foot slightly. So you're going to bring it to the outside edge to the right and sit down onto the mat. Right leg will cross over the left leg with the right foot on the outside of our left thigh. Sweep the arms up to the sky. And exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhaling, we shift the gaze back if we haven't already. Inhale, release the twist. Grab for the right foot with both hands. And inhale, extending the right leg. Spine long, shoulders away from the ears. Breathing into hamstrings. We'll plant that right foot back down and roll over to tabletop position again. Tuck the toes under, returning to downward facing dog. Inhaling, lifting left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Left foot in between the hands. And right knee down to the mat. Again, coming up into low lunge. As we begin to wake up the right hip flexors. Arms can reach up to the sky. Finding length through side body. We'll drop the hands down to the mat, shift our right foot over towards the long left edge of your mat and sit the hips back. Crossing the left foot over the right leg. Inhale the arms up. And we exhale, twist to the left. So you can hug the knee towards the chest or bring your elbow to the outside of your thigh. We'll inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, returning to a neutral spine. Exhale, grab your foot. And with our inhale once more, we'll lift up the left heel, breathing into left hamstrings, seeing if we can keep the spine long, the shoulders relaxed, the gaze past the toes, simply finding presence in this moment. We'll drop our left foot down and return to our tabletop position and eventually exhaling to downward facing dog. Now let's walk to the space in between our hands, hanging out in forward fold, grabbing opposite elbows. So let's just do a little exercise here. Let's bring our palms together, begin to kind of give them a little rubbing together. And then we'll place our palms in a place that we feel needs a little bit more attention. Allowing ourselves just to take that moment of self-care and self-reflection. We'll drop the hands to the mat, bend into the knees, and slowly roll it up. Grounded through the soles of the feet. Arms will rest alongside the body. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhale, we'll fold it forward. Inhale with your half lift. And exhale, plant the hands. We come to high plank pose. Now I think most of you are pretty advanced practitioners, so you can take chaturanga, bending into elbows. Tops of feet press into the mat. We lift the chest, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll stay in downward facing dog. Press deeply into the mat with the right hand. Lift up the left hand and reach for the back of your right thigh or the back of your right calf or ankle, whatever is accessible to you. We'll ground the left hand, press deeply into the mat, and again, reaching for the left leg with our right hand, taking a little balance here. Releasing the hands to the mat, and we'll inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees. Exhale, we'll take a walk, we'll step, we'll hop, we'll float to the space in between the hands. Inhale with our half lift, nice long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Palms will touch, and we'll exhale to our heart space. Inhale, sweep it on up. Exhale, dive it forward. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank. You can always drop to the knees, lowering chaturanga, knees, chest, chin. Cobra or up dog with that big inhale. Beautiful. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, we'll lift up our heels, bend the knees. Exhale, walk, hop, float to the space in between the hands. Half lifting, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. We'll inhale, sweep arms up to the sky. Palms touch. Exhale, draw hands back to center, to heart space. Pause here, backs of the thumbs against the heart. Grounded through the soles of the feet. Getting a sense of your body in space. The front side of the body, the back side of the body. In touch with that non-changing presence of awareness or consciousness. Allowing ourselves to clear the channels around that. We inhale, sweep arms up to the sky. Taking one more sun A. Exhale, we'll fold it forward. Inhale, half lift, and take the rest of your sun A in the way that you wish, and we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Inhaling, right leg high to the sky. Exhale, right knee into chest, rounding the spine, plant right foot in between the hands. Pivot left heel to the mat. We inhale, warrior two. So we feel long and open in the torso, open in the pelvis towards the long edge of the mat, and low in our lunge. Our breath is still smooth and even. Inhale, reverse your warrior, lifting right arm up and back. Left hand can come down, left leg, or wrapping around the low back. Exhale, lengthen out the right leg. Reach right fingertips forward. Drop to triangle pose, left arm up to the sky. So let's take a little moment here, just opening up the shoulders. We're gonna reach our left fingertips back behind us, or towards whatever's off that way. And we're gonna inhale the left arm up and over. So move with your own breath. Exhaling back. Inhaling, sweeping arm up and over. So if you need support, you place a block or something underneath your right hand to support your side body. We'll return the left arm up to the sky with an inhale. Exhale, holding triangle pose. And inhale, the right arm up to the sky. We come open towards long edge of the mat, 5-pointed star. Exhale, come to wide-legged squat. Inhale, we reach up. Exhale, wide-legged squat. Again, inhaling up. Exhale. Pivot towards front edge of the mat. We come to crescent lunge, sweeping arms up to the sky. And exhale, hands to the mat. Take it through your vinyasa or press to downward facing dog. We'll inhale, lift left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, left foot in between the hands. Inhale, we're in warrior two. Again, we know we're gonna work with this foundation, so making sure it's nice and steady. Knee over ankle, pelvis open, shoulders open, arms strong out from the shoulders. Keep the knee over the ankle as we inhale, reverse warrior, finding space in between the left hip and left ribs. Exhale, we lengthen out left leg. Left fingertips drop down somewhere along left leg. Right arm reaches up, triangle pose. So keep a little micro bend in that left knee. Long inside body. Reach right fingertips back. Inhale, swim that arm forward. So we exhale, reach back. And we inhale, sweep arm forward. Again, moving with your own breath, finding obliques strong and supporting you. Chest and pelvis remain open. The next time you inhale, right arm reaches up. True triangle pose. Exhale, holding here. Inhale, we return to 5-pointed star. Exhale, wide-legged squat. Again, inhaling up. And exhaling down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Pivot back, heel up. Sweep arms towards the front of the mat. Crescent lunge, low in our lunge. Exhale, hands to mat. And begin to move through your vinyasa of choice. Beautiful work. Pause here to take 3 deep inhales and exhales. We'll inhale, right leg high to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose and right foot in between the hands. Again, warrior 2 with your inhale. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, reaching fingertips forward. Exhale, swinging fingertips back. Moving with your own breath again. Inhale, we return to triangle pose. Exhale, hold. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, wide-legged squat. This time, if you're in my class last night, you're gonna love this. We're gonna do it again. Inhale, we reach up. Exhale, we lift up the right heel as we come down. Grounding that heel, we'll reach up. Exhale, left heel lifts. So if that's just not feeling the best for you, then you can just keep both heels on the mat. But this way we'll pulse, coming into wide-legged squat, lifting up one heel at a time. All right, so we're gonna hold this wide-legged squat. Pivot again, crescent lunge, adding on from here. Hands come down to the mat, we lift left leg up, coming to standing splits. So again, something under the hands if the mat is feeling very far away. Bend deeply into your right knee, draw left knee in, exhaling. Inhale, we extend up. So we move here with our own breath, just as we did in the wide-legged squats, feeling our strong legs supporting us. Holding your standing splits, you can wrap one or both arms around your right leg. If handstand is in your practice, I invite you to, and you feel safe enough doing it in your house, then give it a try. Beautiful work. Bend deeply into right knee, drop left knee to the outside of the right foot. We're going to take a seat, kind of like we did earlier. But this time we're coming to full, like cow's face. So knees cross all the way over. Right leg on top of left leg. And let's give our glutes a nice stretch. So rounding over the knees. So if you know me, You know, I like to kick your ass just a little bit, and then I help you soothe it as well. And if you think of me fondly in any way, you can maybe say that about me. Kelly helps me to kick my ass, and then she soothes my ass. We'll inhale up, and we'll come back to tabletop position. From here, you can take that vinyasa, or just press to downward facing dog. Obviously, quarantine and 40 days stuck inside has started to play with my mind. We'll lift our left leg high to the sky. And then we'll exhale, knee to nose, left foot in between the hands. Inhaling our warrior two. So again, strong foundation. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, right fingertips reach forward. And exhale, they reach back. We'll return to full triangle pose, arms at 12 and 6, like on a clock. And inhale, 5-pointed star, nice strong core to lift us up, opening up long edge of mat. Exhale, wide-legged squat. And we're gonna hold it here. Big inhale. Exhale. Big inhale. Stick out your tongue. Big inhale. Stick out your tongue, cross your eyes. And one more time because it's my birthday. Big inhale. We'll inhale towards the front for our crescent lunge. And exhale, hands down to the mat. Nice strong foundation here as we lift up right leg. Standing splits to begin. Bending deeply into left knee, drawing right knee in. Exhaling, inhaling, reaching up. We'll hold standing splits. You can keep doing the Shiva squats if you want. You can do the handstand, or you can play with your balance. Beautiful work. Bending deeply into left knee. We'll ground the right knee to the mat. Crossing left leg all the way over the right leg. Grounding sits bones as much as we can. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, we fold. Releasing in the low back. Releasing in the glutes. Softness in the jaw. Returning to presence. All right, so we're going to keep the fold of our legs as it is and lift up our spine. Shifting our sit bones, we're going to lay down. So your left leg's folded over your right leg. If you need to unwind and then do it again as we lay down, feel free. So navel to spine, legs can be crossed. We're going to cross our left arm underneath our right arm, eagle style. So these can be tiny little pulses up towards each other. If this doesn't feel great in your shoulders, you just give yourself a hug. Tiny little pulses. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, we draw in. One more time, we lengthen and exhale, draw in, knees towards elbows. Lengthen all the way out, uncross the legs, feet on the mat, about mat distance apart, the arms can reach out, and we'll windshield wipe the knees side to side. Now we'll cross our right leg over the left leg. Right arm underneath the left arm, back of the neck stays long. And again, inhale, lengthen slightly, exhale, draw up. So this can be super subtle movement. It can be a little more exaggerated. It's all dependent upon your anatomy and how it feels in the body. We lengthen on inhale and exhale, draw it in. Dropping head down, reach arms out, uncross the legs, and then start to look in the opposite direction as the knees. So as knees drop to the right, you look to the left, and vice versa. We'll draw knees into chest, wrap our arms around the shins, bring our forehead to our knee. Grabbing backs to the thighs, we're just gonna rock up. And let's take a child's pose. So knees wide, big toes touch, sit back on the heels and keep the spine long. Arms in the expression of your choice, out long or alongside body or prayer position. Finding stillness, maybe easing any discomfort in the low back. Sending your breath deep down to the low back. And again, allowing yourself to return to that non-changing presence. Reaching arms out. If they're not already there, we'll inhale, round the spine up to tabletop position. Exhale to downward facing dog. Lifting up the heels, bending the knees, we walk, hop, or float to the space in between our hands. Half lifting with our inhale. Exhaling, forward fold. Bend into knees, slowly roll it up. Move it back so my body's in the frame here. Bend deeply into the knees, sweep arms down to the mat. We'll inhale, chair pose. So we just did this laying down. Let's do it standing up. We'll cross. We're gonna stand on our right foot, cross left leg over, eagle pose. Arms out to a T, right arm underneath left arm. Palms touch. So maybe those toes reach behind the shin, maybe they don't. We sit deeply into our chair. Again, you give yourself a hug. This is too much for your shoulders. Soft gaze. Soft jaw. Strong breath. Inhale, we release, lifting left knee up in line with left hip, standing staff, and then point that knee down. Grabbing for the inside of your foot with your left hand, so the instep, and we'll start to kick into dancer pose. So focusing on something that's not going to move, we allow our kick to balance us with the reaching forward. And we'll release to crescent lunge. So right leg forward, left leg back, arms up to the sky. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, triangle pose. We'll just move one breath, one movement here. Inhale, 5-pointed star. We open up, toes shift out. Changing it up a little bit. Hands to our hip points. We're going to draw our toes in, slightly pigeon-toed, heels pointing out. Exhale, up and over the fingers, wide-legged forward fold. Hands to mat. Crown of the head to the mat. Send the breath to the low back. Placing right hand underneath the face. Even out the hips. Place left hand on the low back to begin. Inhale, send your breath there. Exhale, see if you can begin to twist. Opening the left shoulder. Some of you may complete by lifting left arm up to the sky. Otherwise, you can keep your left hand on the sacrum. Exhale, we return to center. Left hand comes where right hand was, or vice versa. I'm mirroring you. That was a mirroring fail. We'll bring our left hand to the mat, or to the low back. Shifting our shoulders on top of each other, taking the twist. Exhale, returning to forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Now bend deeply into right knee and left knee. Bend deeply into left knee, allow right leg to come out, flying monkey style. So I had some questions about this bind. You would wrap your left arm around the front of your left leg and then wrap your right arm behind your back. And maybe your fingers touch. Mine don't. Yeah, you can also just plant your hand to the mat and lift right arm up. We'll plant both hands to the mat, slide it forward, and come to forward fold at the front of the mat. So just hang out in forward fold. Bend into the knees and slowly roll it up. Shoulders roll up and back. Bend deeply into the knees. Fingers to the mat. Inhale, chair pose. Standing on left leg, crossing right leg over. Arms out to a T. Left arm underneath right arm. Palms touching. Sitting a little deeper, keeping spine long. Jaw soft. Releasing, inhale to standing staff. We'll point our right knee down and grab the inside of the right foot. So maybe this is our dancer pose today. Maybe we begin to lean a little bit more forward, finding your edge, the pose and shape that feels best for your body. Running into my wall. We'll inhale, lift up. And come back, crescent lunge, left foot forward, right leg back, arms up to the sky. Moving fluidly with our breath here. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. And exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Toes shift out, heels in. Hands to hip points. We shift our feet. Exhale, up and over. This time, actually, let's open up our shoulders. So we'll clasp the hands behind us. Dropping hands to the mat, bending deeply one knee into the opposite knee. We'll bend deeply into right knee, left leg out long. Option to stay here, hands to heart space, or attempting to wrap, or maybe just right hand to the mat, left arm up to the sky. So many ways to express your flying monkey pose. All right. We'll begin to slide it forward. Square off our hips and step forward, forward fold. Bend deeply into the knees, slowly rolling up. Inhale, shoulders roll up and back. Palms come to heart space. Eyes can be closed. Pausing, taking this moment of reflection. Softening the glutes, softening the back body. Feeling the rise and fall of the chest against the thumbs. Simple presence and awareness. We'll shift our eyes open, inhale the arms up to the sky, and take one more vinyasa of your choice, or just come to downward facing dog. We'll lift our right leg up, and then plant our right knee just over by our right wrist, and right foot towards left edge of mat for pigeon. We'll slide that left leg back. So ground the hands to the mat, lift up the chest, breathe deeply into hip flexor. From here, with your exhale, you can begin to come down to the mat. Option to thread needle through, which means that your left arm would come underneath you. And if that's not the best option for you, forearms or chest on the mat. We'll lift the chest, plant the hands, tuck toes behind you, and return to downward dog. We'll lift left leg and plant the knee over towards the wrist, left wrist. Right leg sliding back. If we don't find release in this pose just yet, we keep chest lifted. Soften the jaw, send breath to hip flexors, psoas. And then we can begin to release down. Again, option to thread needle through. This time right arm will kind of come underneath if you're choosing this option. We'll lift our chest. And again, can return to downward dog with hands under shoulders. Shifting gaze to the space in between your hands. You can come to sit at that space by walking or floating, levitating. Can't wait to see all your levitation powers after all this home practice. And let's bring our legs out long in front of us. Inhale the arms up, and we'll exhale, fold it forward. So you're holding on to toes, heels, ankles, shins, whichever is most accessible to you. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lift the chest. Exhale, fold just a little bit deeper. Releasing, we'll inhale, begin to roll up. Keep those legs long and begin to slide on back onto your mat. Yeah, happy baby. Rocking side to side, maybe knees, we're moving in circles. So let's take a moment for inversion. And if you have an inversion of your choice, please take whatever inversion that is. If you don't have an inversion, you're new to practice, or you don't have one that you feel comfortable with, we'll just plant the soles of the feet on the mat, snuggling the shoulders underneath us, opening heart space, and lifting the hips up for bridge pose. So if you're in bridge pose with the feet on the mat, you'll draw the weight in towards the big toes. If you're in shoulder stand, imagine I'm coming up towards you, but not touching you, and asking you to metaphorically squeeze my hand in between your calves and lifting you up just slightly. If you're in bridge pose, you can begin to relax and release. If you're in shoulder stand, reach your arms out towards the front of your mat and slowly begin to roll out, allowing your arms to act as brakes on the way out. And once you're on your mat, flat on the back, knees to chest again, rocking side to side. We'll cross our right leg over our left leg. Arms out to a T. And then begin to drop those knees over to the left, shifting your hips towards your right edge of the mat. Softening the shoulder towards the mat, sending breath to low back. So a slow release of that spinal twist. You can uncross the legs, dropping right hip down. We take a moment in the center to sort of just reset from right side to left side. And crossing left over right, shifting hips to the right, or to the left, knees drop to the right. Again, softening the shoulders, softening the jaw. Relaxing and releasing out of this spinal twist. And here, any last movements or shapes or poses that will help you to complete your practice. With our final pose of Shavasana awaiting you, whichever resting pose you choose today. Snuggling shoulders underneath us, feeling the weight of gravity anchor us to the earth. Sending breath to your third eye. Sending breath to the throat. To the heart. To the navel. All the way to the soles of the feet. Grounded in awareness and presence. And enjoying your final meditation. Breathing to the soles of the feet. To the navel. And then to the heart. We introduce a bit of movement into fingers and toes. Maybe rolling head side to side. Stretch long with an inhale. Exhale, knees to chest. And rolling to one side. And pressing ourselves to an easy seat. Inhaling, we'll sweep the arms up to the sky. Palms touch. We exhale to heart space. Big inhale, gathering energy, the energy we've created through this practice. And exhale, we share with our dedication. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful first day of May. I appreciate you spending your lunchtime with me on my birthday. And I hope you have a lovely weekend. Namaste.